Hello, I'm Gabriel Hollander from Mining Journal, and I'm joined today by Jonathan Buik, who is President and CEO of Idaho Champion, a CSE and OTC listed exploration company. Jonathan, good afternoon.
Gabriel, nice to be here with you today.
Good to have you. Can we start off by, if you tell us a little bit about Idaho Champion's assets in Idaho itself and about the mining landscape there?
Sure. First, thanks for having me this afternoon, and looking forward to having our conversation. So we are a company that has 4 cobalt properties in the Idaho Cobalt Belt. Idaho is one of 3 unique geologic settings in the world where cobalt is the primary metal. Usually it complements copper or nickel, the other 2 being Morocco and Finland. We have 4 projects well located within the belt. It's shaped like a boomerang. It comes down like this. Twin Peaks, which is probably going to end up being our flagship project, is a past producing mine. It produced from 1924 to 1928, and again from 1934 to 1938. 3 portals, about 1,000 feet or 330 meters underground workings there. In our field program last fall, that's going to lead to a drill program in the coming months. We'd actually discovered a new copper vein system at surface that was unknown up until that point. We are directly adjacent to Electro Battery Metals, which has the Iron Creek project, which is a past producer. They've announced a new discovery last August called the Ruby Zone. It sits in structure and in trend down towards where our project is. And then we also have North America's only producing cobalt mine as another neighbor, which is Gervais, which is an Australian listed company. And they are about 3 kilometers north of our Victory project. So it's a known cobalt camp. Great jurisdiction. You got a very supportive governor, very pro-mining state. This is a pro-mining county. We've had very good response from the governor's office in Boise and see that support certainly during COVID when everybody was tools down doing Zoom in their dining rooms like you and I are today. They actually deemed us essential. So we were actually able to go out and drill 2 of our projects while everybody else, including our neighbors in Nevada, were sitting at home. So couldn't ask for better jurisdiction. We think it's certainly recognized as a good global jurisdiction. Fraser Institute, which every year ranks global jurisdictions, Idaho is ranked number 9, and our other projects that we're going to speak today in Quebec, that's a 4th ranked jurisdiction. So 2 top 10 jurisdictions to be pursuing the discovery and development of assets in the mining business. So we're real excited about where we are within our projects in Idaho.
So I wanted to come to the Quebec asset in a moment, but first, can you tell us a little bit about your pivot to critical minerals? Because I understand that's not what you've always been focused on.
Sure. So we were Idaho-centric. About a year ago this time, we started to review our projects. So we've got a discovery in a different county that's a gold discovery. We also have a past producing open pit heap leach that Bema Gold had in production in the 1990s. We had good results, continued to put news out to the market. The market shrugged its shoulders. We saw a pause amongst the investor community at looking for precious metals opportunities, and it was a cluttered playing field. Having the advantage of those 4 cobalt properties gave us a distinct advantage versus our peers that were metal centric. We were jurisdictionally centric, so turned our priorities to the cobalt. And as we started doing a deeper investigation into the quality of those assets, realized we should complement that by then seeking to pick up other battery metals projects, which we've now done. We've now acquired through 6 transactions a very meaningful stake of ground in Quebec. Certainly, I think even a part of our strategy, when we saw the Inflation Reduction Act that the Biden administration passed, we saw a distinct advantage being a domestic provider of those metals. After 2024, if you don't have a free trade agreement with America, you can no longer bring those metals in without tariff and penalty. So that removes Indonesian nickel and cobalt. That removes Congo cobalt. That removes Russia and their nickel and cobalt. That removes Philippines and their nickel. So for us as a company to be able to come in and secure 2 key ingredients for the electrification of North America and be see the benefit of the Inflation Reduction Act, put us in a distinct and unique position as a company and how we create value for our shareholders.
So it's fair to say you're more jurisdictionally focused than product.
We were Idaho centric. Now we're 2 jurisdictions. We're now Quebec and Idaho. So we actually will be looking to have a name change as a part of the pivot to the battery metals. As a public company that requires shareholder approval, we will be going out to seek that after the first quarter. We'll have our audited year-end financials done, and then we'll be calling the shareholder meeting and moving that forward to facilitate the name change that will reflect obviously now being in multiple jurisdictions.
And can you talk a little more about the Quebec project, where you're at with it, when we can expect to see any movement there?
So we've done the acquisition, started with the first acquisition last fall. In September, we announced that it's 161 square kilometers right in the James Bay area. We're directly adjacent to and touching Patriot Battery Metals, which has been a bit of a market darling. They've gone from a sub 20 million market cap to $1.5 billion market cap as we speak today. And we're just north of the Corvette discovery. We flew airborne last fall while we were going from an LOI to a binding agreement. And we saw enough from that helicopter program to want to acquire more ground and consolidate more of the camp. We've done that. A month ago, we announced 4 acquisitions to take that from 161 square kilometers to 283. And on March 2nd, we actually had an announcement that morning announcing an additional acquisition to now bring us up to 412 square kilometers. Trans-Tega Road, which runs right through our property, is an important road for the province of Quebec that leads to Hydro-Quebec's largest power dam. We have that power that comes back to the airport that sits 15 kilometers east along that road. That's probably one of the best service roads in all of regional Quebec because of the importance of that power dam. But we also have power, which is a green power provider as a hydropower at 3.6 cents a kilowatt an hour. Cheapest power in the world, and it's green. So for those that are ESG compliant and looking for that, we check that box as well. We will have a field program in the spring across that larger land package that we've just announced, gathering more information to then seek the drill permit that we think will lead to a discovery of magnitude this coming fall. 2023 is a catalyst year for us. We're going to be aggressive yet conservative in the field. We're going to be looking to drill both in Quebec and in Idaho. With drill discovery in both jurisdictions, we would probably look to spin out, create a second lottery ticket for our shareholders by creating a second public company. Pre-discovery, it makes sense for a junior to have 2 projects in one umbrella, but with a discovery in both lithium and in cobalt, it's different skill sets. So we'd be looking to provide the technical expertise and also the opportunity to our shareholders by splitting those out. But that's requiring that discovery that we expect to have happen. But that's certainly a part of our bigger corporate strategy going forward.
So it's a particularly busy year this year, from the sound of it.
You know, I joke with a couple of my shareholders. We've gone from running a 100-meter race on an 80-meter track where we hit the brick wall before the finish line. That's what this market's been for the last 4 years. To now we're looking to run a sub 4-minute mile. We are going to be all hands on deck. We're building out our team. We've announced a new director. Gabriel Pindar has joined our board. He has built 11 mines globally that are still in operation. He was a founder, COO, and director for Neo Lithium. Neo Lithium was a major win for the shareholder. They were taken out for $940 million a year ago this time. And not only did he want to join our team and because of the quality of the team and assets we have already, but he also wrote a 7-figure check coming in. So he's now a large shareholder. As a team, and this is my job as the lead as CEO, we put our money where our mouth is. We now have over $6 million of our own money in. So this matters to us. And our shareholders are our partner. We work for our shareholder, and we write checks every round of financing to show that our capital is aligned with our shareholder. So we own roughly 30% of the company because we believe in the wealth creating event. And we've now believed that with our assets and where we are in the field, that wealth creating event is imminent.
And is there anything else about your corporate strategy that you want to tell us today?
I think we need to seek value wherever we can. Certainly, when I look at ASX listings that are in the battery metal space, if we were already listed on the ASX, we would have a 50 or 60 million market cap instead of the 20 million market cap we have as we speak today. So as my job as CEO, I need to pursue value creation for my shareholder. And if that means it requires an ASX listing, we will be investigating that this calendar year. We want to seek a global presence because we believe that the role of Quebec and the lithium business in Quebec, but also the cobalt business in Idaho, warrant a global audience to pay attention to what we're doing. The electrification of North America and the broader world is providing a unique set of circumstances for investors, and we think we offer a great vehicle for them to participate with.
Well, it's certainly one we'll keep an eye on. Jonathan, thank you very much.
Nice to meet you. Nice to speak with you. Thank you for your time today.
And you. Thank you.